Hello everyone, this is AgentRuss and welcome back to the channel. In the last episode, we fixed camera wall clipping. The camera now properly avoids walls using a collision system, but it still feels a little basic. Today we are going to polish it. We will add shoulder swapping, improve pitch limits, prevent the camera from going underground, and make the motion feel smoother. These are the kind of details that separate prototypes from production-ready systems. Right now your camera is centered behind the player. We are going to add a shoulder offset, toggle it with a key, and keep everything ECS clean. Let's go to camera follow file. In this file, we are adding two new properties. Right under here, we will say this dot shoulder offset equals 0.6, and we will say horizontal shift. Next, we will say this shoulder side, and we will set this to 1. And let's make a comment here, say 1 equals right, minus 1 equals left. Shoulder offset controls how far the camera shifts horizontally. Shoulder side determines whether we are on the left or right. By default, we will start on the right side. Next, we will go to mouse look system. Inside the update function, right under here, we're going to make a comment and say clamp pitch so the camera never flips. And to do that, we're going to say rig.pitch and it's going to be equals to math.max. And inside this function, we're going to say rig.minPitch, math.min, and in here we will pass rig.maxPitch and rig.pitch. So without clamping, the camera can rotate too far and flip upside down. We already defined min pitch and max pitch in camera rig. Now we actually enforce it every frame. Next, we will go to orbit camera system. Right after this line, we're going to make a comment and say keep camera above ground, and this is the teaching version. So in here we're gonna say this dot camera dot position dot y, and it's gonna be equals to math dot max, and inside here we'll say this dot camera dot position dot y and 0.2. So this will stop the camera going underground. This is a teaching friendly fix. We clamp camera y to a small minimum. Later, when we have proper raycast, we will clamp against real ground geometry instead of a constant number. Let's go back to camera follow file. I also want to add these two new properties inside the constructor. We'll say shoulder offset, it's going to be equals to 0.6, and shoulder side, it's going to be equals to 1. And in here, what we can do, instead of this, we can say shoulder offset equals to shoulder offset, and shoulder side equals to shoulder side. Next, we will go to orbit camera system. So what we're going to do is we will offset the desired camera position sideways using camera's right direction. Right under this line, we are going to add a new comment and we will say shoulder offset shift camera sideways along the rig's right vector. And for this, we're going to say constant right x, it's going to be equals to cosine yo, and constant right z, it will be equals to minus sine yo. Actually, we need to put this one up. So let's remove from here and put it right under here. And after this, we will say desired x. It will be plus equals right x times follow dot shoulder offset times follow dot shoulder side. And same thing we are going to do for desired z. It will be plus equals right z times follow shoulder offset times follow dot shoulder side. So now we actually use the shoulder data. We compute a right vector from yo, then shift the camera sideways. This creates the classic over-the-shoulder look without changing the core orbit logic. And let's go ahead and save it. It gives an error. Let's go to console and quickly look at the console. It says assignment to constant variable. All right, so instead of here saying constant, this needs to be let. This also needs to be let, and this one needs to be let as well. And let's save it again. Next, we are going to go to input.js. Inside here, we're going to add two more lines. Right under here, we will say this dot shoulder swap pressed, and we will set this value to false. And the next one, we will say this dot shoulder swap held, and this one will be false as well. We will also add this inside the clear frame flags. So in here, we'll say this shoulder swap pressed, and we will set this to false. Shoulder swap should happen once per press, not every frame you hold the key. So we add a press flag that's true for one frame and a held flag for edge detection. Next, we will go to the input system. Right at the end, we're going to say constant shoulder now, and this is going to be equals to this.keys. And for this, we are going to use the key V. So we'll say key V. And let's make a comment here and say V to swap shoulder. Next, we will say if shoulder now and not input dot shoulder swap held. We'll set the input dot shoulder swap pressed to true. And after this if statement, we'll say input dot shoulder swap held, and it's going to be equals to shoulder now. So let me explain. In here, we add an edge trigger input. When V goes from not held to held, we fire shoulder swap press for one frame. This prevents rapid flipping while the key is held. Next, we are going to create a new system file. Right under system folders, we are going to create a new file, and we're going to call this shoulder swap system.js. This file is going to import system, query, input, player control, and camera follow. And now we're going to create the class. We're going to say export class shoulder swap system. It's going to extend system. And inside the update function, we're going to say constant players. We will query entities with. We'll pass the world, player controlled, and input. Next, we need to get the cameras. So we'll say constant cameras, and we will query entities with. We'll pass the world and camera follow. Next, we will say if players.length truly 0 or cameras.length truly 0, we will return. Next, we will say constant input equals world.getComponent. We'll pass the player 0 and input. And the next, we're going to say constant follow. It's going to be world.getComponent. We're going to pass the camera 0 and camera follow. After this, we will say if input.shoulder swap pressed, we'll say follow.shoulder side times equals -1. The reason we created the shoulder swap system, we want to keep the input logic out of Orbit camera system. This system is responsible only for reacting to input and updating camera state. Orbit camera system then reads camera state and applies it. That's clean ECS separation. Next, we are going to register shoulder swap system in main.js. So under the imports, we are going to import shoulder swap system, and then we're going to scroll down, and right before Orbit camera system, we are going to add world.addSystem, and we will say new shoulder swap system, and we can make a comment here, say camera state update. Shoulder swap system needs to run before Orbit camera system because it modifies the camera follow state. Orbit camera system then uses that updated state to compute the desired camera position. Now let's go ahead and test it. So when we run the game, the camera starts on the right side. If you press the key V, the shoulder swaps to left. So if I press V again, it's going to swap to right. And if I press V again, it's going to swap to left. So this is right side. And if you press the V again, it's going to be left side. And that's it for today. We polish our third-person camera with pitch clamping, ground safety, and shoulder swapping. These features don't just make the camera feel better, they also prove our ECS architecture is scalable. We added new behavior with small focus systems without turning the Orbit system into a giant mess. In the next episode, we are going to start building the foundation for RPG mechanics and multiplayer-ready architecture. That means adding a proper event system so a system can communicate cleanly. Things like damage, pickups, and quest progression. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm AgentRuss. See you next time.